Hello Internet, I'm me. And this is My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, Season 2, Episode something, Put Your Hoof Down. Or, that's the title. This is a Fluttershy episode. And I love it. I love this Fluttershy episode. Fluttershy is my pony. Okay, no, my favorite pony is Rainbow Dash. Yes, many of you have asked. There, it's Rainbow Dash. Inside the main six, it's Rainbow Dash. Outside, it's Sakura. Yes, black person liking Sakura, who's wearing a striped shirt. Son of a bitch. Anywho, Fluttershy episodes are, I think, the rarest episodes in the series, because other than Dragon Shy, I don't remember many episodes that are centered around Fluttershy. Or at least episodes where Fluttershy is allowed to shine on her own. Anywho, this episode changes all that, where we get an episode where it's almost nothing but Fluttershy. Fluttershy is probably the only character that is mostly the only character of the main six that show up, other than Rarity and Pinkie Pie, but those guys kind of sit on the sidelines, but uses more of supportive characters than main characters. So, that's pretty cool, too. This episode is pretty cool for, about a billion reasons, but the main reasons are these three right here. 1. The animation is brilliant in this episode. I love what they've done with the Minotaur, Iron Will, and how he moves. And it almost looks for a 3D, 2D mix, which is very good animation in my point of view. And it looks fantastic. And it's not limited to just the Minotaur. It's the whole episode. It's kind of subtle and you gotta catch it. But other than that, it's pretty good. Number 2, the lesson. The lesson in this is what is assertiveness and what isn't assertiveness. Most people, even adults nowadays, don't know the difference between assertiveness and aggressiveness. Assertiveness is being able to say no and actually be able to stand up for yourself in a tactful yet manneristic way. Meaning you can say no, but you're not an asshole about it. Aggressiveness is usually straight up bullying, pushing people out of your way because you want them out of your way, not caring which way or another. Most of the time this is fueled by rage or anger. So, yeah. Most people confuse assertiveness, being able to say no or yes, I want that, and I will have it no matter what. They get those two mixed together. So this is a great episode showing that this is assertiveness, this is aggressiveness. And honestly, I don't think I've seen any other cartoon tackle this subject. So again, kudos. And number 3, again, Fluttershy episode. So I actually get to see what happens when writers get on to Fluttershy and how she acts. And honestly, the writing in here is superb. The jokes are funny, and of course, the arc of Fluttershy, yes, is very good in this part. And honestly, I love what they've done for the Minotaur Iron Will. The part where he's kind of Hulk Hogan mixed with Mr. T, mixed with that Tybo guy, mixed with Billy Mays. All 4 of those things mixed together and thrown inside of a Minotaur who's followed around by goats. I still don't get that. Though there are other things that around the mythology of Minotaurs that are thrown into this episode, so I'm pretty happy. Anyway, let's get on to the plot. Anywho, so we start off at Fluttershy's cottage. She's feeding all her animals, and she's getting ready to feed Angel, her favorite freaking pet, her food. Her food. I don't remember if it's a he or a she. I'm pretty much guessing it's a he because he's an aggressive asshole. And honestly, I'm kind of like, why doesn't Fluttershy just hit that bastard, give him a good back hoof? But, she's Fluttershy, so, But yeah, Angel's being an asshole and sends Fluttershy out to go get him the ultimate salad because, fucking bunnies can't eat goddamn pellets or just normal fucking carrots and lettuce. Asshole. And anyway, Fluttershy goes out to the shops and tries to buy all the ingredients for Angel's food. Though she's pretty sure she can't cook whatever the hell he wants, but she'll try anyway. But while she goes out to get the ingredients, everyone pushes her around. Everyone cuts in front of her in line, pushes her out of the way. Hell, they even cut ahead of her. They cut behind her. They push her around. A nerd takes her stuff. Man, a nerd. Man, that sucks. And no, I'm not making fun of nerds out there. I'm just kind of making a point. I'm trying to make a point there. But because usually nerds are very polite people. They're very subdued. But other than that, trust me, I'm a nerd. Anyway, so Fluttershy is getting pushed around, and of course, Rarity and Pinkie Pie see this and teach her a little something about assertiveness and how to actually get what they want. Rarity uses her feminine wilds to get what she wants, persuading the nerd to give back the food he took from Fluttershy. Pinkie Pie learns to haggle like pretty much Bugs Bunny, saying like rabbit season, duck season, rabbit season, duck season, rabbit season, duck season, fire. But but other than that, she teaches Fluttershy how to haggle. Now, when it's time for Fluttershy to man up and do these assertive acts, she falls. And she fails pretty much miserably. Almost giving up all her bits for one cherry. Which, I don't know how much equated bits are, but I'm pretty sure those are solid gold coins. So I would be keeping those. But anyway, after that, Fluttershy comes back home, not with nothing, but with most everything. Except for one thing, which is a cherry that needs to be on top of a salad. I guess it's like a sundae of the salads. But Angel is displeased because he does not have his cherry. And throws the salad out of a window door. That double door crap. And Fluttershy jumps out after it because she worked so hard on it. And Angel's just being an asshole again. And she rams into her mailbox, missing the salad though. But then she happens upon a brochure held up by an Iron Will, a Minotaur, here to teach Ponyville how to be assertive. So, Fluttershy goes into a maze to find the Iron Will Minotaur. And yeah, why did I point out a maze? Because, well, Minotaurs in the original mythology lived in mazes, or the Minotaur lived in a maze. Back in the Greek mythology, that's where they lived, and that's where you would find a lot of dead bodies, but that's beside the point. It's just a good callback to the actual mythology of Minotaurs. The goats, though, I don't get that, but I'll just say they're the goat assistants. I just live with that. Anywho, as the Minotaur, Iron Will says this one line that makes me instantly like him: I pity the fool. You're cool in my book now, Iron Will. You really are. And of course, he scans the audience with his billy goat servants to find a suitable example, and happens upon Fluttershy and brings her onto the stage, teaching her to be assertive against one of the goats. And of course, Fluttershy is pretty happy with this. Even though Iron Will only sees money, Fluttershy sees a new chance, which is pretty cool, showing the duality of actual situation. Anyway, Fluttershy goes home and is now invigorated and ready to go, face the day off anew because she feels confident, strong, and assertive. And of course, at first, she tries to be assertive and it doesn't really work out. But then, of course, she becomes a little more assertive and gets what she wants. And then a little more, and then a little more, and then way too much. And then, Bitchzilla! Okay, I did that one a little too over the top, but still, Bitchzilla nonetheless. Or Flutter Bitch, as everyone calls it. Comes out, and of course, to a point, she goes a little way too far, to a point where she makes Rarity and Pinkie Pie cry. And hell, almost the audience who's watching it cry. I'm serious. Everybody talks about Pinkie Pie breaking the fourth wall. During this scene where she makes Pinkie Pie and Rarity cry, I really felt like she was insulting them so badly, that she would just kind of realize the fourth wall was there, break it, poke her head out of the TV, point to me and go, and start insulting me. And I just was like, holy shit. Fluttershy, calm the hell down. And I like this. It was a gradual growth. From, at first, she was too shy. She was still a little shy, but assertive. Then she was actually pretty assertive. Then she was a little too assertive, but to us, it was kind of funny to watch her be that assertive. And then she went full-on bitch. And, of course, as she does this, our feelings for her change, and we watch her transform from this normal, nice pony to this bitch. I'm sorry. I only have a word for it. And, of course, Fluttershy pulls a Incredible Hulk scene where she looks into the puddle of water and sees the reflection of herself and realizes what she has done. And of course, Iron Will, and she boards herself up into the house and actually has Angel tie her up to a chair, which, yes, I was going to do an Incredible Hulk joke for the clip of the week, but I didn't have time. I'm sorry, y'all. But Fluttershy, of course, feels that she has gone too far. But Pinkie Pie and Rarity try to let her know that they forgive her, and it was all Iron Will's fault. Even though I kind of have to disagree on that. He just taught her to be assertive, she took it too far. But then again, Iron Will comes over to collect his money, because, you know, it was a lesson, and she has to pay for it. Except for she is not 100% satisfied. And therefore, she finally figures out the balance between assertiveness and aggressiveness. And actually figures out this is what assertiveness is. Saying no. No means no. And teaching Iron Will what assertiveness really is. Not yelling at somebody with loud slogans and pushing them over, but more of just saying no and standing your ground against it. It's not pushing against someone, it's standing your own ground, which is a very good lesson. And so the episode ends with Fluttershy getting Angel to actually eat his fucking food. I give this episode a good 10 out of 10. I'm pretty sure some people are going to come up with some complaints for it. And Derpy, who does show up again in this episode with her derp eyes. So those who were saying, save Derpy, yeah, look, it didn't change shit. Anyway, yeah, this episode was very good to me. And made me smile, laugh, and it was a very good pick-me-up. If you want to actually have a good episode with a good lesson, this is a good format to go with. Show progression in the characteristics and how the character would evolve in this situation. Kinda unlike Applejack when she lost the rodeo. I would have seen her at least try to hide it from everybody in Ponyville and then start disappearing. But other than that, it seems a little sudden on that episode. But in this episode, it seems natural, and it naturally progresses in a fashion that is believable. So, I give it, again, 10 out of 10. And this episode was very good, and you should go check it out. So, until next time, y'all, peace.